Hey everyone, welcome. Today, I want to unpack a really enticing idea. One you hear thrown around constantly: passive income. It paints this picture of money rolling in while you sleep, right? Sounds amazing. But like many things that sound too good to be true, I wanted to dig deeper. I've spent time sifting through a ton of information. Personal stories like Samantha North's, deep dives from NerdWallet looking ahead to 2025, Bankrate's breakdowns of strategies and taxes, insights on real estate from Invest.com, Fidelity questioning just how passive it all really is, even analysis on P2P lending risks, and Reddit threads on affiliate marketing. My mission today? To cut through the hype and get real with you about what passive income actually looks like, especially as we look towards 2025. We're talking about the real effort involved, the potential or lack thereof for returns, and crucially, the risks that often get glossed over. So what is passive income, technically? Bankrate gives a decent starting point. Regular income that doesn't come from your main 9-to-5 job. Think things like rent from a property, or maybe earnings from a business you aren't actively running day to day. Royalties, some dividends, that sort of thing. But here's the catch, and it's a big one I saw echoed everywhere, especially highlighted by financial coach Todd Tresitter, that passive part? It almost always comes after a significant amount of upfront work. It's not instant magic money. Not even close. The truly passive bit, if it happens, is usually much later, maybe just involving maintenance. Fidelity Investments really hit the nail on the head asking, just how passive is passive income really? It makes you stop and think, doesn't it? This isn't just getting a second job trading more hours for pay. It's supposed to be different. But how different? Let's start with some popular online avenues. Take online courses. Creating and selling courses sounds like a classic passive income play. But Samantha North's personal experience, backed up by what I found on NerdWallet and Bankrate, paints a different picture. It takes a lot of time up front. Planning, writing scripts, recording, editing, navigating tech hurdles and platforms. And then comes the biggest hurdle: marketing. Getting people to actually buy your course. Just making it isn't enough. North even talked about dealing with imposter syndrome and the real costs of equipment. She's rightly skeptical of those get-rich-quick with AI courses promises, and the numbers. NerdWallet's data on Udemy instructors was pretty sobering. The average instructor made just over $3,300 a year. And get this, 75% made less than $1,000 annually. Meanwhile, the top 1% raked in over half the earnings. So that dream of easy money from courses? For most people, it looks more like a very active, potentially low-paying side gig. It's hardly passive if you're in that bottom 75%, struggling to market your work. The top earners likely already had huge audiences or are marketing geniuses, which again involves active work. Okay, what about affiliate marketing? Promoting other people's products for a commission. This is another huge one. Samantha North actually had some success here, even landing a big commission once. But she was crystal clear. It is not effortless. Creating high-quality content, genuine reviews, useful guides that search engines like Google will actually rank takes serious time. Research, writing, optimizing for SEO so people find it, it's ongoing. And she stresses, you can't just rely on AI anymore. You need originality, real value, often based on your own experience to build trust. The discussions I saw on Reddit back this up completely. People were saying it's not a side hustle, it's a business. It needs strategy, skills, persistence, and marketing is absolutely key. North also mentioned the reality of sometimes low payouts and the ongoing work, keeping links updated, dealing with program changes, algorithm shifts. It's constant maintenance. And the risks? That Reddit thread showed the full spectrum. Some people making basically nothing for months. One person mentioned $24 in 3 months. Ouch. Others claimed huge figures, like $100,000 a month, but often in very specific, Sometimes ethically questionable niches like gambling or adult content were mentioned, alongside potential tax issues. The overwhelming point, though, was the time commitment. It takes a long, long time to potentially reach those high figures. My takeaway on affiliate marketing: go in with your eyes wide open. It can work, but it's definitely not passive in the beginning, maybe not ever. It requires real effort. Understanding your audience, marketing savvy, and diversifying your efforts seems smart. Then there are ads on blogs or YouTube channels. The dream of just putting up content and letting the ad money roll in. Samantha North's experience here was a real cautionary tale. She was doing okay, and then poof, an algorithm update tanked her income. She emphasized, and my research confirmed, you need massive traffic to make real money from ads alone. We're talking potentially hundreds of thousands of views a month. That means being incredibly good at SEO, constantly creating content people want and that search engines will find. Plus, let's be honest, too many ads can annoy your audience and hurt their experience. And North mentioned the temptation to just chase traffic by writing about anything popular, potentially compromising your content quality. Ad networks have strict rules. You need constant new content. It's absolutely not set it and forget it. Relying just on ads feels really fragile. Diversification seems key again. Focus on creating value first, and maybe ads are just one piece of your income puzzle, not the whole thing. Briefly on ebooks. North was pretty skeptical here too, at least as a primary income source. Creating a good one takes real effort, weeks or months. She doubts I can produce quality work yet, often resulting in bland or messy content. Plus, there's the perception issue. People often see ebooks as low-value lead magnets. Realistic expectations are absolutely key. You need to understand the real effort involved, the realistic potential returns or lack thereof, and the risks you're taking on. That term, passive, might be better thought of as deferred active work in many cases. And that leads me to a final thought for you to consider. Given how much active work seems to be involved in most so-called passive income streams, is chasing the idea of purely passive income the right goal? Or might it be better to focus on building income streams that leverage your unique skills and interests, things you might actually enjoy doing, while acknowledging and accepting that some ongoing work will likely be part of the deal? Think about it. What level of ongoing effort are you actually prepared and willing to put in for potentially more financial flexibility down the road? Definitely some food for thought there. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive today.